Friday morning. This is the new to us grab that farmer picked up. He spent some time welding the brackets on and straightening a few tines up, and this is the first time using it, but I can see it's a nice grab actually. Did price up a new one, but a little bit out of our league for a grab. They wanted £6 grand for 3 grabs, so a little bit expensive. But everything's expensive, you know. And it's not just expensive for us, you know, it's expensive for the manufacturers, you know, to buy, you know, just raw materials and labour is expensive. So it's just the nature of yeah, just what it is. So, but it was a bit of a shock. Anyway, 6 Timothy going out this morning. Me and Rob are going to do them, and then I think Keithy's off to cut some silage, and we've got a bit more shed clearing to do, and then I think we're on for silage tomorrow or Sunday, depending on the weather. They're saying there's going to be a few showers about, so we'll just see how that goes. And then next week is looking like a fine week, a nice warm week, so watch this space. But we might have some hay down. The problem is we haven't got a lot of especially meadow grass just hasn't grown yet, well, at all really. But we've got some Timothy that doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look brilliant, but it just doesn't look too bad. I like this grab already. It feels nice using it. This grab's nice, isn't it, Rob? It's nice. Yeah. Yeah. It just feels nice using it. We were up at the show. Me and Darren went up to the cereal show. We had a little bit of a break, and there weren't too much going on, and it was in between the TV tests, so we managed to get up there. I got to push them bales across. I always tell people, when you get an Artisan, you have to have a little think about how you're going to handle the bales. Everybody thinks they just get them with a flat 10, and it's not the same. These grabs are just different. So your first question should be is how you're going to handle them, you know, reliably. And these Browns grabs just do that quite nicely. I'm sure there's other grabs out there that work, but we've just dealt with these and they work for us, and yeah, they work nice. So anyway, me and Rob's got some deliveries on, and then I think we're going up to one of the other farms, pick a load of bales up and pick a load of silage up. That Robert and Keithy had a good day. They went and made some silage. Yeah, not massive amounts, but just got a few fields cleared up. Yeah, so Friday, what are we? It is, okay, 13th, oh god, Friday the 13th, that's not good. Farmer tried to start this little 16 up today, and the batteries went flat. But we've been having some weird issues with it starting, and we're just wondering if it was battery related now, so watch this space. It might have just been a simple fix after all. Anyway, Ollie took it in for us and had a little look. Couldn't really find an issue with it. Seemed to think it was fuel pressure related, so it's either the fuel pump or it's it could just simply be that the batteries weren't putting enough current through the rail and getting the pressure in the rail. So we've got new batteries on order. We call him Bish. He's a friend of ours from down the road. He does a lot of mechanicking and servicing, and he basically takes on anything, any little job like that. He's been helping us out with a bit of servicing and repairs over the last few months. So he's done I think he's done the fuel filters on this tractor. There goes Robert. He's having a dance because it's Friday. He loves a Friday, old Robert. Anyway, he's going off mowing. Him and his dad are going off mowing, so we won't see him for a little bit. While we was at the show the other day, they went out and made a little bit of silage over at Peter's farm. We're going to go and pick that up. We've got a shed up there with some bales in. We're going to go and pick that up. Keithy's gone off mowing for some silage. A neighbour of ours came up with some land for some silage, so we're going to go and do that there. Farmers predicted about, you know, between 400 and 600 bales. Just guessing, first guesses. So there's going to be yeah, a couple of days silage in there to get that baled up, wrapped up, and got home. It's supposed to be a little bit of rain overnight tonight, and then into next week, good weather coming. So there's going to be some cutting of some sorts. We're just sort of having a few discussions where we're going to go. We're hoping we can get some small bale Timothy and some small bale meadow, just because Linda hasn't got a lot of meadow left, and you've got to make the most of these weather windows. So meadow hay at the moment is pretty thin on the ground, so we were hoping it might grow some more, but don't know. There's the oats. Look, they all suddenly look very well. But yes, we're going to have a bit to do over the next week, which is good. But on the whole this year, I just don't see the quantities being there. Well, we know they're not going to be there. So we'll see what we get when we start, and we'll just go from there. It is what it is, you can't change it. We've seen it like this before, you know, and we'll see it like it again. It's just, every year's different, isn't it? Anyway, we went to the, me and Darren went to the cereal show. I didn't do much recording there. I just, I spend my entire life on the farm, or at home, you know, with my family. And I don't do much recording in public, and it just feels odd when you're talking to a camera in front of people. So I didn't do a lot of recording over there. There was a little clip there at the Silage stand. They brought their new kit out. It's called the F200 kit, with some different screen models and a different design change on the steering wheel. The motor, I can tell now, is much different, much nicer. They got a nicer attachment in the middle there that connects the wire, so you can hide that a bit nicer. So yeah, some nice upgrades there if you're after one of those kits. So I would probably put you on to the 200 rather than the 100. I don't know what the price difference is. I believe it's probably about £1,000 more, but you're getting quite a lot more in terms of you know, just everything's a little bit nicer quality. Yeah, and I like this kit as it is. It's still a good kit. So I think they are selling the 100 besides the 200. So yeah, there you go. Make sure you have a look out for that. Anyway, me and Robbo head into the fields. And look at the way they did this road. Look, this was a couple of years ago. They left that part there, look, all rutted and... Come on, tractor. And then they put a nice new bit in along there. Can't make these councils up, I swear. Anyway, now it's the most horrible hill to ride any sort of bit of equipment down. But I'm sure we're all in the same boat with conditions of roads and whatnot. Right, Robbo's got us one loaded up. We try and keep ourselves busy all the time, so you know, if there's two of you coming up, Robbo's got half an hour loading, so in that time I can run back, get another trailer, so he's constantly doing something, not waiting for trailers. So anyway, Robbo's on the loader, going to load us some up. We've got silage first, and then we're going to pick up some big square Timothy, 4-string Timothy. And while we're here, we're going to go and look at the grass down there. This is the new lay meadow in between this field, and we're hoping to get those, maybe get them cut for next week. So after we've done silage, it's a nice little hill to test your tractor on, especially if you've got something heavy. Anyway, with a Dyna 6, it's a Dyna 6 gearbox, so it has 6 changes between the ranges. But you always want to start, especially if you've got heavier load on, you want to start in the range you're going to work in. So, that's not ideal. That's, yeah, well, that's what it is. fantastic now, that's for sure. We're in four-wheel drive going up the hill. We don't want any slippage on the rear wheels. We're down to 3C. Yeah, it's a fair load on there. This is only a 160 horsepower tractor, so it's about right. Can we get to the top? This tractor pulls well, you know, for its size and horsepower. It pulls very well. There we go, nothing to it. I like these little 16s. I think for 99% of our work, you could do it with one of these. You only really want a bigger tractor for cultivations. Got a lorry now. Busy up this way today. Just walking into this. This is a Timothy crop, this one. Right, oh my heck. Look how short they are. Let's get in the field a little bit. Oh yeah, they have come a long way actually. Last time we looked at this, about a week ago, they were just coming out of the plant, and now it's not bad actually. That is not bad at all. It's not very tall. Usually it's a little bit taller than this, and it's a little bit thicker in the bottom usually, but the Timothy is just about to come to the same height as the rye on top. And what happens is, usually if you can't get to it, if you haven't got any weather, the rye will go brown, and it's just starting to go over now, so it's about prime time. This is good. Yeah, you know, not gonna have record breaking bales out here or anything like that, but it's a nice time to cut it, and we've got some weather coming, so yeah, most likely going to cut this one. Then the other one won't be too far away. I'm quite happy with that. There's lots of these heads are usually like this, big ones, and there's a lot of little ones, and that's just down to drought, you know. It's just trying to put something out, anything that it can. It looks quite a nice crop actually. I'm quite happy with that. Keithy will be here with his mowers in the next few days, I would imagine. The tell farmer will be happy, and we'll get these two cut. I think farmer's aiming at either small bales or round bales. We need both. We might even cut the stuff down the farm as well and just get it all in one go. We'll see how we go. We've got plenty of jobs till then, but yeah, it's looking quite decent. It's looking at, you know, at the moment that looks like it's in its prime, and it's ready to cut. I don't know if there's any more growth there. Everything is very stemmy. I'm on the runway here. Everything is very stemmy. It's not very sappy, so we're not expecting long hay-making days for the hay to make, if you know what I mean. Usually June hay, you've got a lot of sap in the stems, and you know, it can take up to a week of laying on the floor dry, tedding, for it to become dry enough to bale. So I don't think we're going to have that problem this time, and yeah, that'll be good. Might be end of next week we might be baling. That'll be good. I'm excited. Oh yes. Anyway, last trailer to bring home. Robert's been loaded. More trailers here than we thought. We've loaded every single trailer now. Rob's gone home to unload a couple of silage bales, and we've got hay delivery this afternoon, and then we're hoping to get on with carrying on with getting the barn sorted out. So yeah, and then Robert will be gone tomorrow. We'll have David because it's the weekend again, and me and Dave will carry on. And I think farmer's hoping we got some to bale up tomorrow, so it might be a bit of baling on the end of this video. So Saturday, let's turn that off. Me, Dave and farmer are going up to a new place actually to do some silage. Farmer's taking the wrapper, he knows the way. This is the 7716. We put some new batteries on it yesterday. Starts perfect, as it should. So yeah, really happy with that. We're not going to, you know, not going to jinx it by saying it, but here comes Davo. Davo's on the rake. Robbo's gone mowing with his dad, so he's gone haymaking. There goes Davo. He's on the 6480. We're on the 7716. Keithy's out there mowing somewhere. He's going to be mowing a bit for a little bit more silage and a little bit of Timothy hay and a bit of meadow hay. So it's all going to be going on this week. We'll have a bit of footage for you this week of all the tractors, hopefully. Yeah, Keithy's always out on his own, so we never actually, unless we're close by telling or something where he's mowing, that's the only time we really get to see him. But I will, you know, when he's back at the farm, I'll charge at the drone, we'll have a look at them mowers. Anyway, this is a new place that we've been to, never been here before, but we're on a bit of a hill, and yeah, I haven't done much hill work, so I'm a little bit rusty. Anyway, I've had a couple of loose bales running about. There's Linda, trying to do my best here. Anyway, sort of just got to turn them as best you can. I hope and pray they don't roll down the hill. Anyway, first time round was a big row and it was a little bit tricky, but I'm feeling a bit better now. Davo's on the rake up here somewhere. We've done a field already, 130 bales in the first field, and it's quite a big crop in here. It's a nice crop actually. It'll do well. Anyway, I'm having to just back them up. There we go. Yeah, it's yeah, different to what we're used to. We're usually on the flat stuff, so yeah, a little bit different to usual, but you know, it's all right. Got a really nice view, hell of a view. I haven't been able to look at it yet because I've been concentrating on trying to keep the bales in the field, but yeah, not a bad view. There's a bit of a hole there, don't know what that is, don't go in it though. Don't want them bales to roll in that thing, so we're gonna... Do you have to think about where you're letting them off? You know, try and get them on an angle so they don't roll down the hill. That's it's trickier than you think. Anyway, where's Davo? Davo's up here somewhere. Look at these rows. Blimmin' getting caught all along under the tractor. Doesn't take long to make a bale in that. Yeah, gonna earn our money today. But Davo's he's going to do the rows opposite to the hill, so they shouldn't roll about too much when we get going. But there's a good crop here. Would have tested Keithy's mowers for sure. There he is. There goes Davo, doing a nice job actually. Davo's got it all figured out. Just let him turn before I end up going backwards. Anyway, it's a lovely place this. Yeah, lovely views. Neighbour put us onto this one. Try not to lose them. Farmer will have to just do his best with that. Anyway, yeah, good bit of entertainment for the afternoon. But there'll be some to pick up, and it'll be a good job actually. 130 in the first field. I don't know if there's another field from here, but we will see. Linda's here to bring some wrap up for the farmer. Got another bale already. Anyway, it's a lovely place, and hopefully there'll be a fair few bales for the cows to eat this winter. Get on this sideways stuff, you don't have to think about it. Anyway, farmer's got to do the same. He's got to think about where he's dropping his bales as well. So it's not easy, but we'll get the job done. It'll be a bit slower than usual, but we'll still get it done. Where are you going, Mr. Bale? Stay there. There goes Dave Ola, saving the day again. Super Dave, we call him. Farmer had no consideration for the baler man, did he? To be fair, it's not the easiest thing to do in here. Yeah, I'm having to. You've got to put them sideways to the angle that they're going to roll, and it's easier said than done. But it's just slow, that's all. Hang on, forward here. But anyway, Davo's looking out for me. It's easy for the tractor to run away from you as well. Good old Dave. Anyway, the rows are big, so the bales are coming out quick, and you just got to think about what you're doing a little bit, that's all. Yeah, I've had one or two road ones that have just made their way. There goes Dave. Good old Dave. Anyway, lovely, lovely place, lovely views. Oh dear. Right. Every time I pick you up today, I seem to have an issue. It's probably because I'm not concentrating. But anyway, that wasn't a big one. Earlier on, I hadn't shut the door down. Old Davo saved the day again. What happens is, you have to chuck it out. You can't do anything with it. If you haven't shut the door and you start bailing, you've then got to chuck it out. I don't know what happened with that one over there. Look at that. Hopefully farmer can wrap it, otherwise I might have to rebale it. Bit annoying when they're like that. Anyway, it seems to be when you're on a bit of an incline, well, a steep incline, you know, an abnormal angle. But the, yeah, anyway, the roads are big and the terrain is quite annoying. But yeah, we'll be back up here with trailers. We've got one more field I believe we're going on to. I don't know how much is going to be in that one. We've done so far 220 bales. Net's going on. Get out of here, sir. Yeah, anyway, it's going good. Yeah, it's difficult for the wrapper. I can see farmers having a little bit of trouble. We're not, yeah, we don't do a lot on the hills, we don't, personally, but yeah. Anyway, here's the roller. The row's plenty big enough. It makes a bale in no time at all. See if I can get you the shot of it going in. I have no idea how it deals with all that material, but it does. It just does it. Might be playing with fire here on that one. When they stop, you're like, oh good. But when they keep rolling, you're like, oh god, where's it going to end up? Anyway, Farmer is a little bit behind me. Davo's just a little bit ahead of me on the rake, but well, it's gone pretty well today. There's been a couple of issues, mainly driver error, I'll give you that, and on this occasion. Yeah. On the well, you know, when you're on the straight up and down level, you don't have to think about nothing. You get into a bit of a robot routine of it. Here we go. We're at the top of the hill here. You can see for miles, absolute miles. You've got Brill over there. You got Horton and Studley. I can see over there. Yeah, you can just see for miles and miles. You won't see it on the camera there, but beautiful view up here. Anyway, come back at the end with how many we've done. Hopefully, I'd like to see 300 or 400 at least. Yeah, but we're nearly done in this field. Thank God. This one's been hard work. I ain't gonna lie. You just yeah, the moment you lose your concentration. It bites you in the butt, you know. So and it's slow going as well. So anyway, I don't know what happened there. It didn't wrap that one very well. I'm not sure. I had to manually wrap it, and then I'm not sure. You don't usually get that many issues with the net. Anyway, hopefully Turney's will have our catch ready for us soon. Went into Turney's the other day to get a catch for the front door. Anyway, he found it. He found the thing that said catch, and that was just one piece of the catch. For some reason, they break the whole catch down, every last nut and bolt. Oh my god! So we've ordered all the pieces now. I don't know why you would need separate pieces out of a catch, but they must have felt like you do. So we've got that on order now. Anyway, the guys will ring us when that's in. It's the end of the day. That's been a full day. It's a little bit rough on some of these fields, so it hasn't been the speediest of jobs, but we got it done. We are exactly, what did we start? 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 50, 30, 40, 50, 440. No, 340. 340 bales. That's what we ended up on. And yeah, me and Farmer are just going to fold up and get everything sorted. We thought there'd be more, but that's all right. Tomorrow we're going to come and pick them up, so we'll include that in this video. I think Robert's with us tomorrow. Davo's had a good day. He's been on form today. Davo's been living the dream. He's actually, yeah, he's had a good day, so it's been good. Yeah. A few spots of rain on the windscreen. Looks like it's just about to chuck it down, so it looks like we might have just beaten some rain, so yeah, it's good. Right, we'll pick it up in the morning, picking some bales up. There goes Davo. Anyway, Farmer's on the loader. There's 340 to come home. Not too far to travel, just a little bit down the road, but yeah, hell of a place this one. When we get in the next field, I'll show you. There's a hell of a view, but you won't see it on the camera that well. It doesn't pick it up. Anyway, Farmer's on the loader. We come and done this yesterday, and we had a good day. Actually, had an interesting day. The next two fields are on hills, so you had to just think about where you're dropping bales off. They were, but we got a job done in the end. It was all right. Yeah, I don't know, 4 loads each, and we should be getting on for being done. 4 or 5, maybe 5 loads each. But hopefully by the end of the day we're cleared up and done here. Got a little bit to go on to tomorrow, got some silage in to go on to tomorrow. We've got a couple of fields here and there that we're going to silage up, and then haymaking at the end of the week, so it'll be good. I don't know if the camera will make it out, but look, it's a hell of a view from up here. I think you've got Horton Studley down one end. You can see the village of Brill right in the far distance there. Yeah, hell of a view. Anyway, our neighbours Harry and Emily that put us onto this, and what they want to do is they want to get the sheep on here, but they can't get it on when the grass is so long. But it's a nice deal that works for everyone. So we needed the silage, and they need some extra land for the sheep, because obviously with it being a bit droughty this year, the grass isn't growing fast enough. Anyway, I was dropping bales all over the place here yesterday, trying not to, you know, most of them you could turn them, and you sort of just got to put them sideways to the angle of the slope, if you know what I mean. But they, yeah, one or two rogue bales rolling about, but luckily no, it didn't run off anywhere into the river or anything like that. But yeah, sometimes, you know, the farmer loves it. He would rather do a deal where you know, we do this for you and you do that. He loves little deals like that, you know, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and everybody wins. You know, if we can help them out, you know, we've cut a couple of fields already for grass, and you know, where people are struggling, you know, especially the sheep boys, you know, the sheep are staying on top of the grass and they're having to move them, you know, where we can, you know, we try and help. Yes, thank you Harry and Emily for sharing this one with us. We do appreciate it, especially on a year like this year where you know, trying to find enough grass is pain. Anyway, as we cut fields now, you know, we've got some hay weather coming in, but as we cut some fields, you know, I'm sure farmer will once they're cut, you know, let Harry know he can move some of the sheep onto there if he needs to, you know, just see how it goes. But yeah, anyway, big thank you.